Hey, what's going on? YouTube, Google Plusians, it's the Good Shepherd here. Just doing a quick video, giving it my 2 cents regarding the whole YouTube thing. Just wanted to talk about the new 3DS. Nintendo, why? New 3DS? Really? Well, they're the same company that did Wii U. We own you, but that's a different conversation. Okay, so we're talking about the new 3DS, and people are getting a little out of hand with this, and honestly, I don't think it's necessary, because if you know your gaming history at all, let's just give a more recent example. We have the DS, DS Lite, DSi, and the DSi XL. Now, what people tend to forget is that with the DSi models, the more powerful models at the end, they had DSi only software. But what they failed to realize is they actually didn't have a whole lot of DSi software. They still, of course, played the regular DS version. So, I mean, you're not really missing out on much. But if you really want to have the experience, you get the DSi and problem solved. I mean, never need a 3DS. Pokemon, was it Black and White? That should have been a 3DS title, but they still left it in the DS. Nintendo's not stupid. They're a company, they ain't gonna leave the current 3DS owners hanging. And I'm sure there's gonna be some type of trade-in program or something. And if they're not, I mean, come on. We're gamers. You should know how this goes. Then to be more effective with your money. I know it sounds cool and messed up, but guess what? I've been gaming since 2600. I had to find my own way to make enough money. I didn't have mom and dad buying me all my crap. Out of all my systems, the 2600 was the only system my parents bought for me. Real talk. Everything else was either me or my siblings or all of us combined together. Do what you gotta do. I mean, gaming is not a cheap hobby. If you can't keep up, maybe it's not the hobby for you. You call me callous and cruel? Your problem. Man, that sounds pretty bad, huh? I really should be nicer to people. Nah. Anyways, I'm not as good as people think I am. Awkward pause, finished. But yeah, regarding the new 3DS, it's basically a much more powerful system, but it's actually at a relatively reasonable price. I mean, if you look at what the Japanese pricing is, you figure by the time you get here to the States, the most expensive for the regular system would be $175, and for the XL would be $200. That's at the extreme. So I mean, and you figure when this new system comes out, you're not gonna have a crap ton amount of 3DS, the new 3DS exclusive titles. So I mean, if you have a 3DS already, you're not gonna be completely left out. Nintendo they actually support the older system somewhat. So I mean, you gotta relax, people. And they're like, oh well, you're being callous, you don't care, you're a fanboy, blah blah blah, whatever. Like, no, listen. I never had a 3DS. I bought the 3DS on launch for my nephew. I spoiled my nephew. I rocked my DS Lite until last year. I bought the blue Pokemon 3DS XL last year. So I feel your pain. I'm a little annoyed. I mean, I'm not going to trip over it because I'm still going to get it. It's a great system. It's faster, more powerful. The 3D field is much wider. So, you ain't got to be like, perfect. No. You could just, more or less, put it on and you're good. So, that's great. In the micro SD. I don't know about you, but technically, what's available now, 128 gigabyte chip you could actually put in here if you needed to. Is 128 gigabytes necessary for a 3DS? I don't think so, but shoot, if you can afford it, why not? Also, it has longer battery life. You could transfer files wirelessly as like backup files to computer, etc. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. And if you want to know, just Google it. But I mean, honestly, know your history. There's no reason for you to fuss. People, people look to argue for no reason. Y'all need to just chill out, seriously. But anyways, that's it for me. I ain't trying to talk everybody's ears off, but I will say this. Operation Platinum. Hashtag Operation Platinum. For me, it's not about the supporting the Wii U, although I will support the Wii U. For me, it's more about supporting good studios. Platinum makes great games across the board, regardless of the platform. They deserve the accolades for their hard work. People need to buy more of their titles. They're a great studio. Y'all need to show them some more love. Wonderful 101 is an excellent game. If you own a Wii U, you should have that in your collection. And people are hating on this game because it's so difficult. I'm telling you right now, not every game is different, but it's good to have a nice challenge. And every time you overcome a challenge, it's far more rewarding. I mean, doesn't it feel good when something is really kicking your butt and then you somehow manage to overcome it? Similar concept. Anyways, I'm fully in support of Operation Platinum. I myself already bought a copy of that Bayonetta 2, so once it releases, I'll have it. I'll probably send a picture and a tweet of my the reservation from GameStop or whatever, since that seems to be the thing now, to prove you reserved it. And of course, once the game comes out, I'll show you. I don't do unboxings, but for this particular occasion, I will. Also, to help support this whole cause, I bought an extra copy of Bayonetta 2 and a copy of Wonderful 101. I'm going to be doing a competition soon. I'm probably going to do a video tomorrow going into details. You don't have to spend a dime. You just have to enter, and if you win, you get a copy of Bayonetta 2. And of course, Wonderful 101. Now, I'm still debating if I should have 2 separate prizes, one for each one, or just have, like, you happen to win it all and you get both games. Well, 3 games if you count Bayonetta 2, because you get 1 and 2 in Bayonetta. I'll have to think about that. But feel free to give your opinions down below in the chat. If there's any issues you have with me regarding these topics, please feel free to comment. Rate and subscribe, all that good stuff. If you think I'm wrong, no problem pointing out that I'm wrong, but all I ask, like I say in all my videos, is you provide evidence of such. I have no problem being wrong, because I could probably learn something. But if you tell me I'm wrong because you think I'm wrong, I'm just going to look at you like you have, yeah. So don't waste your time and my time by just saying you're wrong, without nothing to prove why I'm wrong. Because I'm just going to look at you like you're stupid, or you're a troll. And honestly, trolls don't faze me. I'm a little brother. I spent my whole life trolling. But anyways, this is Good Shepherd. I'm out. All the best, peoples. Check out the Gamers Large Network. Bye.